What's going on, YouTube? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Valentine's Day. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not important. What's important is AllStar Weekend this weekend in this ultimate three-point shootout that I got for you right here. Now, I have 6 of the best three-point contestants of all time. Just to talk about the contestants a little bit, Craig Hodges won the three-point shootout in 1990 through 1992. He was a 3-time winner. Larry Bird won it 3 times. He won the first 3 three-point shootouts in 86 through 88. Jason Capono won it 07 and 08. Jeff Hornacek won it from 98 and 2000 because there was a lockout in 99. Peja Stojakovic won it in 02, 03. And Mark Price won it in 93 and 94. And if you're wondering how I got Peja Stojakovic and Jason Capono, you can check my video on Peja Stojakovic's creation, and you can find Jason Capono in the free agent pool. Now, let's talk All-Star Weekend. Now, I thought this year's was pretty good. We started off with, the Shooting Stars Challenge. Team Bosch won for the 3rd straight year. Man, Chris Bosch is really nice with those half-court shots, huh? You think, do you guys think that counts as a Miami Heat three-peat or nah? I'm just playing, but after that, skills challenge, I don't really know how I feel about that new format that they have, but it seems like it's a little less memorable now, but it was a little bit more competitive. But as you know, if you saw, it came down to Brandon Knight and Patrick Beverley, and Brandon Knight, with his bad luck, he had the lead, but he just couldn't hit his jump shots. So Patrick Beverley came from behind, hit the three-pointer to win, and he took the trophy home. And the three-point contest, we already know about how deep that three-point contest field was. So, three-point contest coming in, you got 3 guys tied for the leader with three-pointers made on the season. Kyle Korver, Stephan Curry, and Wesley Matthews were tied at like 161 or something. Crazy number, but yeah, the contest overall was really good. I thought Kyle Korver and Wesley Matthews were a little disappointing, but that's okay. But after that first round, Klay Thompson, he looked like he was going to win that. It was reminiscent of that 37-point quarter he had. But after round 1, it was really the Stephan Curry show after that. He hit 13 threes in a row, and he ended with 27 points, which is the highest score of all time, actually, in a three-point contest, now that it's out of 34 instead of 30 points. So Jason Capono and Craig Hodges both had 25 out of 30, but there's no seeing in how, there's no way to know how many points they would have gotten out of 34, so I guess Stephen Curry has the record now. Now, the dunk contest, it was good, I'd say, overall. It was good. Mason Plumlee and the Greek Freak, it wasn't their night. Just point blank, it wasn't their night. Victor Oladipo started really strong. The 540 on the first attempt, I was out of my seat on the first attempt. So that was really nice. I like that. And once he completed it, that was a really nice dunk. But, anybody that's been subscribed to Hoop Mixtape for the last 2 years, you knew Zach LaVine was going to win that contest. It wasn't even close. You knew after that first dunk he was going to win it all. Actually, he did those exact same dunks in the Seattle Pro-Am this summer, if you really paid attention. That reverse through the legs, underneath the rim, and the behind the back dunk off the bounce, which is really hard dunks to do, but he just makes it look easy because his vertical is just out of control, and he's 6'5". His bounce is real. But yeah, I guess it's still impressive, even though he did it in the Seattle Pro-Am, because you're under the bright lights of New York, so I guess that adds a little bit more pressure to you, but still, he did the exact same dunks. But I want to see next year. His teammate Andrew Wiggins needs to be in it next year. Like, they could honestly have a Timberwolves dunk contest. I would pay good money to see. You got Shabazz Muhammad, Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, and don't sleep on Anthony Bennett. He was in the high school dunk contest a couple of years back. So, but yeah, I was a little disappointed. I expected a little more out of Mason Plumlee. He has what, a 39-inch vertical for like a 6'11" guy. His brother was in the high school dunk contest, so I expected big things from Mason Plumlee. He kind of disappointed, and he had the. That's kind of sad. He's in New York, and the fans weren't even cheering for him. They were cheering for Victor Oladipo and Zach LaVine. So that was a little disappointing, but it's whatever. And then you got the actual game that happened last night, which, it wasn't anything special overall. It was more for the milestones and stats that happened that were the big deal. That was the big takeaway from it, I guess. There wasn't any big moments like when T-Mac threw it off the glass to himself. Nothing really like that. You had some nice passes, a couple nice shots, good moves, but nothing memorable like that. But really, this year was a year for the young guys to, get out and play. Even though LeBron James, he probably would have won MVP had the East won. But James Harden had 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists for the West. LeBron James had 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists for the East. I'm sorry. And of course, Russell Westbrook, he was killing it when he got in the game. He had 41 points and 5 assists, 27 points in the first half, broke the record for points and a half. Kyrie Irving had that record with somebody else, Glenn Rice, I think. So yeah, that was dope. But the West didn't win by that much, but it seemed like there was a bigger discrepancy on the scoreboard than there actually was. But the game overall, a lot of three-pointers. I think James Harden and Kyle Korver both shot 12 each. LeBron shot 10. So most three-pointers ever attempted in a All-Star game. And actually speaking, let me talk about the gameplay a little bit here. This had to go to sudden death because, you got the best three-point shooters of all time here. This got to go to sudden death for who goes on to the next round. But yeah, a lot of three-pointers. Brian D for 3. I like three-pointers. We don't do two-pointers here. But yeah, a lot of three-pointers taken. Highest scoring All-Star game of all time. How many? I can't remember how many points it was. It was like 300 and something clearly. But a lot of points scored. Fast pace. Kind of basketball I like to watch. But yeah, it was a little disappointing that Kevin Durant only played 10 minutes because I was kind of looking forward to Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden all being on the same floor again on the West All-Star squad, just like the old times in Oklahoma City, like what could have been, Harden's an MVP candidate right now. He's I'm not sure if he's my front runner or not, because if you take a look at the analytics, Anthony Davis is absolutely having a beast year. I know the team's record isn't that great, but Anthony Davis, if he continues his pace that he's on now, he's going to have the highest player efficiency rating of all time. Better than any of LeBron James' seasons, better than any of Wilt Chamberlain's seasons. So that'd be a huge deal, actually. So that's why, it's kind of hard to put him at the top because of his record, but I have him there. And James Harden is a very close second. But if you're looking at record, I say James Harden. And obviously Stephen Curry, you put him in that discussion. But that's just my personal opinion. Steph Curry has Klay Thompson. James Harden, Dwight Howard's been hurt a lot of the year. He hasn't really had a number 2 guy for most of the year. But yeah, the second half of the season should be interesting. Big storylines. Atlanta Hawks, they're cooking. I think they've actually lost 2 of their last 3, but before that, they were on that 19-game win streak, just destroying everybody. Cavaliers started gaining momentum after LeBron sat out for 2 weeks. Now he's even in the MVP discussion. But, this still isn't vintage LeBron that we're used to seeing. He's only shooting 73% from the free throw line, and his finishes at the rim, he's finishing at a lower percentage at the rim. So, I'm not sure if he's going to pick it up. I hope he does, because that's what I like to see. And I hope Kevin Durant could stay healthy so that the Thunder could sneak into an 8th seed into the playoffs. Because that's a very dangerous 8th seed, Oklahoma City Thunder. They have NBA Finals experience. Not a lot of teams have that. The Warriors don't have any real deep playoff experience. The Grizzlies don't really have any deep playoff experience. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Thunder fare as an 8th seed. In addition, Kobe Bryant tore his rotator cuff. That's a tough one. He's not even going to be able to wear his own signature shoe. That's kind of sad. But, yeah. That's about it for storylines. But now let me talk about my channel for a little bit. I have made a couple updates to my players that I've created. Brandon Roy, you could change his hairstyle to cropped too. I think it looks a little bit better now. I'll probably put a picture right here so you can see what it looks like now that he has that cropped too. But the only reason he didn't have that hairstyle before is because I did that video before the patch came out. So now that the patch is out, I got that hairstyle for him, and it looks good. And also, I edited Grant Hill's ratings a little bit because I think it was the week that they released Onyx Vince Carter in my team. Onyx Vince Carter has like a 93 rating, and I had Grant Hill at a 91, and I was like, man, I can't have Grant Hill be lower than Onyx Vince Carter. That's not even Raptors Vince Carter. So I made a couple tweaks to his overall rating, got it up to 93, which is, I still think, fair. Like, people don't understand, Grant Hill was really, really good in his prime, and he actually was the leading vote getter in the AllStar game a couple of years, much like Stephan Curry now. But yeah, so I made that little adjustment. Also, I have a lot more players coming up, so be on the lookout for that. So yeah, that's what's coming in the next couple of weeks. I can't really upload a whole lot. I got my own life going. I got school. You know the drill. If you're in school, it's kind of hard to do that. But I'm still trying to put out one a week. Actually, this would be the second one this week, so that'd be good for me. Oh, surprise. Yeah, I had to throw Stephan Curry in here. Stephan Curry, if he's in the conversation for best three-point shooter of all time, you got to put him in here. So I couldn't exclude him. So we'll see real quick if he's going to take the crown from Jason Kapono, who actually is the leader now. I'm not saying that Jason Kapono is the best three-point shooter of all time or the best three-point contestant, but his shot was just the easiest. I liked it the best out of the contestants so far. We'll see if Steph Curry is going to be able to do it. 360 with the wrist. Got it. Money ball. So, yeah, I love Jason Kapono's shot. I don't think you can use it in my career, but if you want me to show you guys anything with Jason Kapono, let me know if you can't find him. But, yeah. Uh-oh, last shot. And it comes up short. So Jason Kapono is going to walk out here with the crown. And yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. So I just thought I'd give you a nice little laid back video here. It's kind of long, but if you made it this far, more power to you. Much respect. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, like, share if you want, or don't if you don't really feel like it. It's all good either way. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.